Then I will start talking about sacred tattoos and the spirit of tattooing and the magic behind it and the roots. And what I thought was that I will tell a bit about myself, and then I will have a little photo show for you to show you where the roots of tattoo are, like in our history and our ancestors. And then I would love to talk with you about what this means today and which kind of clients come to me and how I am and which mood I am when I tattoo and how important it is to stay in our own space and in love with the client who I work with, why he gets tattooed or she gets tattooed, because it's such an intimate situation. So if you want to, I will tell you that I'm living in the north of Germany and always was interested in healing and in art at the same time, and studied art therapy for some years. And then I didn't work in this space because my lovely boys came. I'm the mother of 2 boys. And but this art and somehow witchy background I have never went. So a couple of years ago, I had the beautiful, beautiful opportunity to meet Mira Michelle, the founder of Sacred Female Rising. And I met the medicine woman training with her, which is so profound for me. So this led to be here in this beautiful space with these beautiful people, having this opportunity to talk live at the Caravan of Unity. So great thanks there also to be able to talk about what I love and what is so important for me, and about a part of my medicine as a medicine woman. Yes. So I really would love to hear you who are there. Just for a second, say hello, say your name so that we can all come together. I love this. I really do. So please. I have here Annika, and then it's just jump in.
Okay, so I will join. My name is Annika. I'm also a sister of Barbara, joined the medicine training last year, 19. And I'm also located in the north of Germany in Kiel.
I'm Diana, and I'm also a sister of Barbara, and I'm also from the north of Germany. So, yeah, next one.
What?
Next one. Who is the next?
Who wants to jump in?
Then I go next. My name is Leah. I am sitting in Berlin right now, and I'm also a sister out of this Sacred Female Rising network, and joined the training in 2019 with Annika. And yeah, happy to be here, and thank you, Barbara.
I'm Angelique, and I'm in Florida, and I'm very interested in, I've been following the red path my whole life, and I'm just now getting more into my Germanic roots from my grandmother. So this is exciting for me to learn more depth. Thank you.
Thank you, Leah.
I will go. I have no idea what range we do, but my name is Janneke. I'm in Amsterdam at the moment, where I also live. And I'm in the training of Mira Michelle right now, 2020 department.
Thank you, Leah.
Hi, I'm Julian. I'm currently in Bonn, the Caravan of Unity headquarters that my family's house turned into, and yeah, very happy to meet the beautiful Sacred Female Rising community and facilitate the container for your contributions.
Thank you. So I'm not alone anymore here talking. I thank you very much, all you sweet and lovely sisters and brothers. So if it's okay for you, I will just start with showing some pictures about how it all started. Oh, here we go. It's not that easy for me. I just did it once. Can you see anything?
Yes.
You see lots of pictures, right?
Yeah.
And now here we go. Beautiful. See this one? This is the arm of the so-called Ötzi. He's called like that because he was found in the Ötztaler Alpen, which is a huge mountain area in the south of Germany. And he actually lived about 3,360 to 3,000 something before Christ. So even then, tattooing was done. And he was found with almost 61 tattoos over his whole body, like everywhere. And he always has these lines, like parallel lines. And he has his tattoos on his joints, like on the wrists and on the ankles and also on the hips and also on the spine and so. And I have some more pictures. I don't know if you can see it that good. I can probably enlarge it. Great. It's somewhere here. Can you see it? It's not that easy to see, but there were all over his body these lines, and it was not done like we do tattooing today. It was not a needle putting color into the skin. It was more like stretching or is it sliding? Like little Schnitte, you know? Can someone translate it for me? Little cuts in the skin. And then they rubbed powdered charcoal in it. So it's a bit different, but not that different. The main thing is the same, pigments under the skin to stay. So this is what happens with him. And he has also these cross markings on his body. And you can see here also these parallel lines. And what the ones who really know more about it than me thought about it was that it was some kind of healing tattoo, actually, because he had really, he was about 45, which is really, really old in these ancient times. And he had problems with his joints, and everywhere where these markings are, where these tattoos are, he got some health issues underneath. So mainly everyone thinks it's a therapeutical way of tattooing, what we see here, which I find really, really, really interesting. Because there's also, I don't have an example for that, but there are also, of course, healing symbols, which we can use. We can write on our bodies, or I also think about sigils. Are they sigils in English? Sigillen in German. You know, it's like when you
Symbols?
want...
Symbol?
Yeah, it's like a symbol, but it's more like a magical practice. It's when you want to get to the really essence of something, then you cook your wish or your sentence you have in mind. You cook it in until you really get to this essence. Like you put everything away, what is not needed, until you come to a really, really, really essential symbol for the wish you have. So this is something similar somehow. It's an old practical, old magic practical thing to do that. And this healing symbol stuff and these parallel lines are somehow the same. It's like cooking in your intention to bring it to this point in this simple symbol, to change something, to ease pain, to heal, or to give more strength, which is really, really, really interesting, I find. And here you can see where on his body, I know he's not so beautiful, but you can see on his limbs where he has all these tattoos sitting. So, and mainly they were the problematical parts of his body, actually. Also in the ribs, he had a pair of ribs less, interestingly. So there, and exact at this point, there also were these markings on his body. Yeah, what do we have here? Oh, wait. I have to. Okay. This is a mummy found in Egypt at about, I don't know because I don't have any. It's about 3000 BC also, I guess. I have it written somewhere, but I can't find it, of course. So, oh no, it's 3000 BC it was. And this one has some on my screen, and it was found south of Luxor, and these are the. Can you still hear me? My internet is not so stable. Is it okay?
But I have
okay.
the hand of Ötzi here in my screen.
Really?
Yeah, you.
Oh, because my internet is not fast enough. Do you have, Annika? Can you hear me?
I can see the new picture.
Me too.
Me too.
Oh, then it's Diana. Sorry. Okay, so this one was found south of Luxor, 3000 something before Christ, and I know it's not easy to see what we see there, but actually it is said that they are horned animals, and they are a wild bull and a Barbary sheep. A Barbary sheep is a Mähnenschaf in German. I had to translate it. It's a Barbary sheep. And they know when he lived, and so because they know the pictures from, as you can see here, pottery from the same time. So interestingly enough, it was not just decorating pots and stuff. It was also about decorating men and women, and not only decorating, because if you have a wild bull, I guess, as a man, you don't just want to decorate yourself. You know, you just want to use the power that's in this picture. That's what we do. Also today, when we tattoo ourselves with superheroes or whatever. I have a living example at home. I know what I'm talking about. And this one is the woman that was also found in the same area. And she has as you can see, some more graphic elements on her body. And this is like the S shapes you can see there, and like an L shape. And these are also found on pottery and drawings from this time. And there I find really interesting, you know, me as a snake priestess, of course, think about snakes when I see the S's. And but also when I think about Ötzi, it's quite close to this healing markings which he has on his body. So but anyway, it's about 3000 BC where we have these findings, and it's amazing. Oh, there's also 2000 something BC, some figurines found in tombs, which obviously show markings on the body of the figurine, which is really interesting because why should there be markings on the figurine if there aren't markings on the people in real life? So it all shows us about using tattoos as as a part of life. And most of the time the tombs that were found and the mummies that were found were more like a higher class member of society. They were found in tombs at temples, and so the current opinion goes to the saying that it's more about rang. How do you say it in English? When you have a certain position, purpose, yeah, purpose, like purpose or position in a society, like being a priest or being in other way important. This is something. It's not an original picture, of course. It's a drawing and a sketch about a priestess that was found in a temple of Hathor, the old Egyptian goddess, the Lady of the West. She was, you know, she was the one who was introducing and welcoming the people to the afterlife. And she was the one with the cow horns and the sun in her, in between these horns. And interestingly enough, it's the womb that is pointed out in these tattooings, and which leads to different possibilities about what it meant to be a priestess of the Hathor, which was for a really, really long time the main female goddess also. Then afterwards, Isis got the same iconographic symbols, like also these font stuff and so on. It was not really easy to differentiate them. But before Isis got this huge role, Hathor was the one, and she was the loving and also the strong and also the sometimes angry female goddess. And maybe she also was important for giving birth or being the one who creates, like in your womb. So this is what I see here, is these markings. And fun fact is, of course, that the scientists who found her, the grave robbers, English ones, I have to say, who found her somewhere in the 1890s or something, they of course thought that she was a temple whore, a prostitute, because what else can a female body be found there with such strong markings significant to the female body parts must be a temple whore or something. Interesting, isn't it? So here we have another one. She was found also somewhere near Luxor, but a bit later. And she has some also tattoos belonging to Hathor on herself. She has these horn markings. It's not easily seen, but it is. I read about it, and it's not, of course, it's a bit faltig, a bit wrinkly, but you can see it. And she was also found in a temple area in I don't know how it's really pronounced there, El Medina. It's somewhere up north, Luxor, I think. And we can see that really the mummies that were found there were belonging to the temples, and the only ones who were tattooed were female. They were priestesses, obviously. So being tattooed is not just being decorated. It's also about having a permission for something. And it's also about the connection to the spiritual realm, which has always been the essence of paintings. And it doesn't matter if you take a look at the cave paintings or at the handprints our ancestors made, or any other scratchings and markings. It's always in contact to this spiritual world. It's about, you know, in old times, these cave drawings were about hunting, for example. They were about making contact to the spirit animal for then going out and having a good hunt, or for being connected to this special spirit to get in contact in real life. So when I look at these tattoos on these priestesses and on these mummies, I deeply know that it's about being in contact to the goddess and signing up for her somehow. You know, when you sign her name on your body, then you're hers. You are the priestess of the Hathor. That's great magic, and I love it. So here we see a close-up which shows again the same topic. I just wanted to take it in for the to being complete, but we more have to believe than to see what we see. Actually, a bit not that easy. It's also about Hathor. Oh, look, different culture, same time. This is obviously no tattoo, but it's a little sculpture of a head from Japan around about 2000 BC. And this little lovely sculpture has some markings on his face, as we can see. Like here, these patterns there and there and there. And this also reminds me of the Maori tradition and the still going on facial tattoos that we have in the more Pacific room. And this is also really interesting because I have a picture of a mummy found somewhere, I think China, Asia, Malaysia, or whatever, somewhere in the Asian room. And they also had this this tattooing thing going on already. So when we have it in Egypt, and we have it in the Alps, and we have it in Asia, then somehow it must be something really ancient and old, and a real need for us to be marked in some way, to be how can I put it? to be identified or part of something, like being identified about my position or my purpose as a priestess, or being identified as part of a certain group, like a noble group of society, or a healer group of society, or whatever. So tattoos were always there. Oh, look, here he is. Philippines, 1500 BC. This is amazing, isn't it? I mean, this is, look at that. So gorgeous, right?
Wow.
So, wow. And it's almost a full suit. It's like over the whole body. It must have taken ages, like really ages, because this is what the Polynesian tattoo artists say, as they have it in their culture for centuries and centuries and centuries and centuries. They did it with this single dawn or tooth of something or whatever, and it took ages to do it. And they did these tattoos on their warriors, of course, and on their sons of the chiefs, for example, to have their family history on their body. And then they had to stand the pain. It was really different from being tattooed now. You know, it's like taking a walk on the beach when you have a tattoo today. What they went through was really painful. And of course, when some of them couldn't stand the pain, he had to be with this shame for his whole life, because you could see it on his body. You know, he went off and he didn't finish his 10-year tattoo session. And then he, you know, he was, he was marked. Oh, I have some, I can't read it now, sorry. Whatever this may be. When you have to say something, when you want to say something, please just say it, because I'm not able to read these thingies while we are, is it important? No? Okay. Yeah, okay, here we are at 10,000, at 1000 BC, and it's Oceania, so it's mainly the same area. It's the North Pacific somewhere area, and it's this is a sketch after a narrative, actually, about how the people looked like that lived there. And this one here up on the top, this is of course again a finding of pottery, which is so much better to conserve than anything else. So this is why we know about the system of symbols, and in German we say Bildsprache. I don't know what this is in English. It's when you have some picture language. It's the direct translation, but I don't know if it works. So you have a special language of pictures, which is used in certain cultures, and this is a bit different from here to there, but somehow it also has certain points in common. And this here, this Polynesian, Oceanian pottery shows us the language of pictures they had there at this time, 1000 BC. And then we see here that the tellings about how the people looked like are almost the same. So it's I don't know who it was, Herodot or someone of the old ones who visited different countries and nations and people, and wrote about them, talked about them, looking like that. Oh, is it still interesting for you guys, or are you bored? Okay, cool. Just asking, because I find it really interesting. But so this is obviously a bit later. It's 300 to 400, and it's I can't read it anymore. Peru. It's Peru. So we are here now on a different continent again, and we have also tattoos. Just want to show that because you can see this, and the symbols are so often the same. We have here this this line going on, and it's had these different patterns. But for me also, it's really snaky somehow.
I was just thinking about it also. Yeah.
Like, so we have this. We have almost everywhere. We have the same content, even though it's showed a bit different. But all over the world, we have the same content, and this content is about the magical connection to the spirit realm. It's about protection. It's about family or clan or the group you live in. Also about a society in this kind of way. And it's so amazing that it's everywhere around the world. Everywhere. Like here also. It's also somewhere Mexico, I guess it was Mexico. And these are figurines, and they also were found in tombs. But still, if we have these figurines, I say it again, why would we have them if they wouldn't have looked like that, right? And this really, you know, this is Mexico, but this really reminds me of the Polynesian tattoos, of these Maori tattoos in the face, like these, you know, like, it's so similar. It's so similar. Yeah, and it's a different continent. And and here we go. Oh, this is so beautiful. This is so amazing, especially for us medicine women. This is so amazing because this these are sketches of a mummy that was found in the Altai Mountains in Siberia. And this region of Siberia is still, until today, an area where not everybody is allowed to be everywhere. The shamanism is still alive there, and it's a huge. They have huge holy places there, and when this mummy was found, the shaman said, "Oh my gosh, now terrible times are coming up because she should have been still laid to rest and not being digged up." I don't know, but I'm so grateful that I can see her beautiful tattooing, because she is called the Ice Maiden, or the, what princess? Let me have a look. Ukok princess. It's the place where she was found, but actually, she was buried with 6 horses around her, and she was part of a people that was traveling around, a nomadic people, and so I had to think of the Game of Thrones. But anyway, when you are a people who is living with, and because of the horses they ride and they are moving around, being buried with 6 horses is really impressive. It's about your status, the status that you have. And she was buried in a Chinese silk dress. which was way more expensive than gold at this time. So she was really in a high position, and at first they thought she was a princess, but actually it's like that she's more likely a tale narrator or a healer or a holy woman. This is what they found out. She was more a shaman than a princess, you know, and she has these beautiful oh wait, what? She has these beautiful tattoos on her arm, these beautiful animals. See that? This is oh, you can't see it when I show it with my finger, so I have to do it like that. There she has a shoulder tattoo, which we see later in a more close up, and she has this these also horned and hoofed animals, and here this one is also like a deer. You can see it. It has this deer. What is it? Geweih? What is it? What a deer
Also
has.
horn, or?
Horn? Yeah, maybe. So, and
Angela. It's Angela.
what? Oh,
It's
thank you.
Angela.
Oh, yeah. Hello.
Hello.
Hello. Angela. Okay. So this is what she has on her body, and I have written so much about her, but I can't find it now, of course. She has tattoos on both arms, from the shoulders to the wrists, actually. And what also is really interesting, on the left shoulder, what we see there is a deer with a griffin's beak and a capricorn's horns. And below there's a sheep with a snow leopard under it. You see here the snow leopard? It is also really powerful, if you ask me. Just as a medicine woman, having a snow leopard on your arm, it's like, wow, amazing. And she
Barbara,
was,
darling,
yeah.
just to, shortly to mention the time, it's 20 to 4.
Oh, really?
Yes, it is.
Oh, okay. But she's the last one anyway I wanted to talk about, but she's so gorgeous. She
Go ahead.
she is she was buried alone. She was in a single tomb, which is really seldom. So it's I have heard here something that is written that in this case her separate burial might signify here her celibacy, also Zölibat, I guess it is, which was typical for cult servants or shamans and meant her independence and exceptionality. So this is what we are talking about so much, right? This independent, strong, wise medicine woman, the independent shaman, and she was there, and we can all see it in her tattoos. Okay, I wrap up at the time a bit. We can see here what she had on her fingers, the tattoos on her fingers. You know, it was from here to here, everywhere she was tattooed. These beautiful, beautiful pictures and animal pictures, and especially these people in this region had this beautiful. I have a little bee flying around here. Beautiful. You see, now this is her hand, and this is the deer, the little deer she has on her hand, and there next to it you can see the sketch of it. Can you see it?
Yeah.
And we have to say that this is from 500 BC, and you still see this perfectly, these perfectly lines. It's so, for me as a tattoo artist, it's so amazing to see it. It's like, whoa, it really makes me humble. really makes me humble to see that. And she, here you can see where she has these tattoos also. Like here's the one on her hand, and here's one. This is how they found her the first time they saw her. Oh, beautiful. And she was not far away from her. There was a buried warrior also, and he had also everywhere over his body these beautiful tattoos. Can I put you more down there? Yes. Can you see it? And also, we have these hoofed animals. We have these powerful ones, most like a lion one, and this one looks like a horse. So it was about strength, and it was about power, and it was about his position and his being a warrior.
What do you think the dots are along his spine?
Yeah. Sorry?
What do you think those dots are on his spine? Were those healing patterns?
I think so. I could imagine that. Because it also comes close to the Ötzi again, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think so. Yeah, and then we have his face and his shoulder tattoo here. And this is a drawing of his shoulder tattoo. Yeah, which is a horse-like figure. Yeah, so beautiful. And then I have another one of just a part of a warrior also found a bit later there, but same area. Also with these gorgeous markings on his body. Just, it's a bit ugly to have this part of the skin, but still it is beautiful. I think for me it still is beautiful. Yeah. So this, I guess, was my my pictures of the history. I just have one left. This is where they found her and the warrior. This is exactly where they found her. And yeah, thinking about the sacred sites and the powerful places we have been the last days doing what we had to do, I think this would have been one of them actually. And it must be amazing to be there and to feel the vibes and the magic. Yeah. So I will stop it here because there you are, loves. I have, of course, still some pictures of the tattoos I made, but maybe it's not that important. Maybe it's not that important to show it. I think it's more important to talk about what the people are looking for that want to be tattooed now and today, and how I, as a conscious tattooer, work with it, if you want to, because it's still the same. It's still the same content, you know. When we get a tattoo, we want to be connected to something. We want to we want the energy of something. And this is why it's so important to be really, really conscious about tattooing, because having some splatter stuff on your skin is having some splatter or horror stuff in your whole system. And it's our responsibility as tattoo artists. Of course, the client also has a responsibility. You know, I'm not the client, and the client also has to think about what he or she wants to, and what he or she wants to have in her system. But most of us artists don't talk about energy, don't talk about manifesting energies in your whole system while tattooing. So, and when I, for example, do a snake, then I do a snake. So the one who's getting the snake must somehow know whether she or he wants it or not. And I so often have people who want something. A really nice example is like death dates or something, you know, like there's a beloved one and he or she died and now they want to have the date of their death on their body. And this is something that I say, no, thank you. No, I don't do that. I don't do this darkest day, and I don't imprint it in your system. You want to grieve, you want to grow out of it, and you want to remember this person and the special energy of this person in a beautiful, beautiful way. So let's talk about nice memories, and let's talk about pictures you can find for these beautiful memories and not for this darkest hour. This is not what we want to manifest in our system. And but still all not all, but the most of the people I work with want to get in a certain connection of and quite often, even if they don't know it, some of them know, but not everyone knows, also in a certain connection with the spirit realm and the guidance of the spirit realm. So what I really love to do, of course, are animals and flowers and all this beautiful, beautiful stuff. Still, it's my responsibility to tell them about it, tell them about the raccoon, or tell them about the snake or the spider, which I can tell you can push you into a huge, huge, huge process, which you have to welcome. Otherwise it's horrible. Yeah. There's so much more to say, actually. I'm trying to sort out at the moment what I want to say and what time I have, because there's so much left. The magic I do when I work is being in love, manifesting love for my clients. The magic I do is some therapeutical stuff going on another level while I'm working. We have so many young women who are so scared and so bipolar and so with scars on their arms like hell. It's incredible how many young women are hurting themselves. And I have a lot of them coming to me, and when I'm working with them, they want something that helps them to change the energy of that, change the energy of the scars, change the energy of this pain, of this not knowing how to deal with this pain. So one, for example, got a beautiful wolf to be part of the pack, for example, to not be alone and be alone with the pain she feels or doesn't feel. So she cuts herself to feel it again. And the other one just got some beautiful flowers to have this lightness and this beautiful different view. And this is something we also work with when we are sensitive enough, and a lot more. Do you have questions, loves? Do you want to know something? Anyone? No? No?
Just so lovely to hear you. And it's amazing. It's so interesting what you share.
Oh, really? It's better
it is.
Okay.
You could listen for hours.
Yes, exactly. We can just continue for the next hour from myself.
Yeah, because for me it's what I can do with my sensitivity in this world and manifesting energy in this special and beautiful way back to the roots. And yeah, I just love it. I just love it. And I just love to see these happy faces when they leave the room, and I have to cuddle them, of course, afterwards, because it's so intimate. We share this this space and this energy, and it's so special, and I'm so honored that I'm the one who's allowed to do this with the clients that come to me, and it's so beautiful. I love it. And I'm so grateful. And of course, the Medicine Woman training made it way deeper for me. Like knowing about this, knowing about all of that, about the ancestors here and the ancestors there, and the spirit guides around us, and the animal spirits and everything, and the energies. And so walking this path as a medicine woman really gives me the courage also to work this way, because it's a really male dominated scenery still, you know. They are all lovely souls, but still it's loud and it's noisy and it's ha ha ha, and the faster you are, the better you are. And when you take your time to share this space, soft and calm and peaceful with your client, then you're strange somehow, you know. And for me as a woman, it's really important to have this on my back, to have this beautiful things I learned with Mira, and to have my sisters in my back, and to have this circle around me to talk about it, and to know I have the strength to walk this way, and to be different, and to be strange, and whatever I am, and to be looked at like, yes, of course, magic, sure. So, but I love it, and I'm so grateful. Thank you all for listening to me, loves.
Thank you so much.
You beautiful ones. So, and because it's so nice when Mira does it, I want to hear your voice again. Say your name and check out with me, loved ones. Just jump in. All right?
Annika.
And Jule.
And Diana.
Angelique, thank you so much.
I thank you for joining, love.
Thank you.
Janneke, it was super nice. Thank you for sharing.
Thank you.
Really happy.